Often women come into the shop at different stages during their cancer journey. Sometimes women come in wide-eyed because they've just received the diagnosis. Other times they've gone through surgery and suddenly the doctor's saying, hey, go get fit for a prosthetic or a post-surgical bra. Other times they've gone through reconstruction, or sometimes they're just somewhere in between and trying to do some research and looking for answers. So what I will be showing you today is all the various options that can happen depending on whether we're looking at a lumpectomy, a single mastectomy, a double mastectomy, or frankly all the hybrids of surgeries that they put together through reconstruction as well. Let's start with the reason for wearing a bra again. One of the main reasons why we wear a bra in the first place, and it becomes more important as we go through surgery with breast cancer, is that a bra is designed to lift and support our breasts in such a place on our torso that it helps us maintain postural alignment. And a lot of people forget about that when they're worrying about the cancer and the losing of the breasts and all these things. At the end of the day, your bra is actually a healing aid, and it is something that is designed to help you maintain your posture through the process. And so for ladies that, as they're going through, they're thinking, oh, I don't need to wear bras or I don't need to have a prosthetic to balance me, I would really ask you to reconsider this. Because I know just from having two very different sized breasts how my posture is continuously affected by the weight and the density on the one side, always pulling my body this way. And if a breast is completely removed, those forces start to take over bit by bit, day by day, and we start seeing the shortening on one side, the lengthening of the other. And at the end of the day, one of the things that I know for certain is that postural alignment is absolutely crucial for our overall health and well-being. And it goes so much beyond just the spine being aligned. It goes to breathing and digestion and all those incredible bodily functions that are supposed to be happening inside of us that can be thrown out because of disease. Postural alignment is one of our best healing tools. So please remember that your bra is there to aid and support your posture, to make it easier for you to breathe, to stand up straight and tall, and to maintain that postural alignment. So when a woman goes through a mastectomy, and mastectomy is a fancy word for saying the removal of a breast tissue, either completely or partially. And with all the different surgical techniques out there, we do see a wide ranges of techniques of how much breast tissue is taken. It is absolutely individual to every woman. Whether or not there is additional lymph nodes removed, whether or not sometimes parts of the underarm are carved out. All these are pieces that are absolutely individual to each woman. And that's why we can't just say, well, one size fits all, when we are fitting for post-mastectomy. Now, generally after your mastectomy surgery, there's a lot of healing that has to occur, especially in that first 6 weeks to 3 months. And if I can encourage you to focus first on that healing. Women get impatient. It's kind of one of the guarantees in life. We expect things to happen on our schedule, on our command, and one of the things that I also know for sure is that healing takes the time it will take. And there's no way, no matter how much I wish it otherwise, that you can shortchange that healing time. And in fact, the more you try to biohack it and change it up and make it happen faster, in my experience, that's usually when things start going sideways really quickly. So please don't get too impatient right after that surgery to get in, to get fitted, to start looking at prosthetics. Allow yourself the time to heal. Generally, most doctors tell me they would like at least 6 weeks of just focusing on healing and not worrying too much about getting back into bras, getting back into prosthetics, that kind of thing. Now, after that first 6 weeks, Often women want to get out, get moving again, and the loss of a breast can be something that they do not want to share with the world. So they want something that will at least camouflage the fact that they've lost a breast. So where do we start? Well, I'm going to show you some of the bras that we start with for that initial kind of fitting. And please keep in mind, it's a journey. So trying to reconstruct your bra wardrobe 6 weeks right after surgery usually isn't feasible. What I normally recommend is start slow, start soft, and just start with what you need to get through for a few weeks or a few months at a time, because your body is still going to be changing in the months after your surgery. As I mentioned, when we're starting with those first bras after surgery, think soft, think flexible, think comfort. Irritating the body with rigid support often is counterproductive. Now, one of the things you'll notice from a lot of the products we show in our videos is that we are very dedicated to a brand called Anita. Anita Care is a company that has been in business for over 100 years, and they have spent the majority of their company time working to help women during various stages of breast cancer, healing, maternity, as well as fashion. However, this is the area where they really shine. And we've looked at a number of companies and what they do and how they produce and their quality. And time again, we come back to the Anita brand. So if you are looking for a good brand to start with your research, I would definitely look and see where they sell Anita Care and go talk to the people who are selling them. Now, this is a little bralette that, notice I'm starting with the back and the shoulder straps. Now, one of the challenges with bralettes is often they don't have an adjustable strap. So once again, if you're longer in the body, that back is being pulled up because you cannot adjust the strap long enough. So the fact that we have a well-constructed bralette with an adjustable strap to deal with longer body lengths is amazing. So please make sure you look for that. Try to avoid ones where the straps are either set, you cannot adjust them, or that you only have a small amount to adjust. The other thing we like with this product is it already comes with a little liner. And this little liner sometimes can be all you need to kind of even out, depending on your breast size, to give you that initial look that I'm not missing a side, but I don't need to wear anything heavy. Also, on the side that has been removed, you could then remove out the liner, or you could basically start putting in different inserts that will start bringing out that cup to make it even with the other side in a very gentle way. Look for wide width bands under the arms. What's really important, particularly if they have done work under the arm, is that the fabric is hopefully going over it, fitting like a nice snug bandage, not little and cutting into the various areas where you may have incisions, pain, or sensitivity. And pay attention to that pain and sensitivity. It's never the same twice, and if you've got something that is really bothering you, you're better to switch out your bra than continue to try to wear it for long periods of time, further basically upsetting that area of your body. Now, this one is a back opening with full adjustability, because the other thing is after surgery, we are the incredible changing women. Our size in the morning versus our size in the afternoon when more swelling has taken hold is constantly evolving and changing. So being able to adjust, and remember from my previous videos, all bras stretch, it's a guarantee in life like death and taxes, being able to adjust it in so it's snug enough, not riding up your back, not shifting around, is an important feature. So we often get asked then, well, because of mobility issues, I can't do this up behind my back. What about a front opening? Now, front opening bras can be great. However, because the support in our bra generally comes from this area, the gore, often when we replace that with hooks and eyes, those hooks and eyes are a lot more expansive. So if there's finger mobility issues, having to do up all these hooks can be a little tougher. However, it is easier to get into because you're working in the front generally. Once again, you want to look for an adjustable strap. Make sure that you can pull this back down so it's level front to back. Look for wicking materials because often while going through treatment, there is heat and moisture issues, not just from the swelling, but also from the chemicals going on in our body. And so you want to make sure your bras are getting in the wash frequently and that they can wick, breathe, and dry to keep you as comfortable as possible. Now, when it comes out to those first prosthetics and breast forms, lighter is better. So stick with something that's maybe giving you the volume, but not giving you necessarily the weight and density at this point. Basically, this one is fabulous. See how it has all the little fiber fill in it? They also give you some extra fiber fill if you need to plump it up a little bit further to match your breast volume as much as possible. So, and these generally starter, as I call them, starter prosthetics, aren't that expensive. I think these ones run anywhere from $45 to $65 Canadian that I'm showing you here. Great way to start. Make sure you're maintaining the shape, the balance as much as you can without putting undue pressure on the surgical area. So that basically covers the starter bras, as we call them. And usually the time period that women are wearing this type of product is that first 6 weeks to sometimes 6 months after a mastectomy surgery. Now, after that time, unless we have further complications, I do really encourage women to start climbing the ladder a little bit and getting back into bras that are going to provide them a little more support. And at that time, because most of the swelling is down, your shape is more consistent, your body has adjusted to where it wants to be, this might be a great time to add in a prosthetic that more closely matches the volume, the density, the shape of your natural breast that is left remaining. Now, here's the thing though. We can shape that natural tissue in many different ways depending on the bra you're wearing. So remember, some bras will keep us a little flatter, wider, rounder. These are generally more of the t-shirt shapes. Other bras give us that more projected shape. And I wish I could say that we could find a prosthetic that would auto-adjust and auto-correct for every bra you're wearing, but that's not in the cards. There are a couple that give us a little more adjustment, but generally, because the prosthetic is a static form, our job is to make sure the bra is shaping the breast so that the two match as closely as possible. Please keep that in mind because this will often happen when women will, say, buy a t-shirt bra that suddenly flattens them back. Suddenly their prosthetic looks much bigger than their natural tissue. And vice versa, if you're wearing a more projected bra and you've gotten a flatter profile prosthetic, well then they don't match. So we're always trying to match the two together, which brings us to that ultimate question, and it sounds a little like the chicken and the egg. What comes first, the bra or the prosthetic? And the answer is the bra. Remember, the bra shapes the natural tissue that is remaining, and then we match the prosthetic. And as you can see in front of me, I have a whole wide range of different prosthetics, different sizes, different weights, depending on how we're trying to match and balance to the natural tissue. We even have a swim prosthetic. Usually you don't want to take your regular prosthetic into things like hot tubs and swimming pools, highly chlorinated environments, as those chemicals could try to break down your prosthetic. Keep in mind that there's swim prosthetics that are specifically designed to be worn in swimsuits and to handle some of those intense situations like hot tubs and swimming pools. The key thing to remember with prosthetics is we want to do the best we can to match the prosthetic to you. There's no one size fits most. There's no one prosthetic that's going to work for every woman, because we're always trying to match, to balance the body and bring back that postural alignment. For years, it has been our passion and our mission to help women be better consumers when it comes to buying bras. If you've loved this video, please like it, share it, subscribe to our channel, but let other women know that there's resources for them to help them find that better fit. Remember, at Esteem Lingerie, we do more than lift your spirits.